the stage 2B trial, a randomized placebo-controlled study sponsored by Eli Lilly, had 3 arms, and I'll tell you what the arms were. One was the Rugrab, 30 milligrams per kilo, weight loss minus 10.8%, lean mass change plus 2.5%. Wow. So these people have lost 10% fat and gained 2% muscle mass with no training and not a change in not a prescribed change in diet. That's an astonishing.
That's insane.
That's an astonishing thing. So then they did 2 other things. So they gave them just the GLP-1 agonists, and they lost 15.7% body weight, but they lost 7.4% muscle mass, which is a sort of typical result, right? So a third of the weight loss coming from muscle mass loss. So you've lost quite a bit of weight, but it's not favourable, as we say.
So Grant, sorry, can I clarify? Was that they lost 7.4% of their muscle mass, or half of that 15% of weight loss?
No, an additional. So they lost 15%. Okay. So they lost 20% in all.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So or 22%, which is about as good as you get. A combination of both of those drugs, minus 22% body fat, but still now a 2.7% loss in muscle mass. Now that's a really interesting result. So they're going for the GLP drugs therapy, the GLP drugs plus the inhibitor, or just the inhibitor. Now I would say the inhibitor is. I don't know what the side effect profile is. Again, this is a phase 2 trial, so they are looking for adherence and negative effects. They're saying they saw none. You can't really believe them.
Yes.
But I would say that's a really interesting medicine to think about what role that's going to play in society. One that confers muscle mass and fat loss at the same time. It appears to have a pretty good safety profile, at least so far. Who knows? You're going to see a different world. I can't imagine, especially as we both get older, which we all are, actually all of the audiences, that is an astonishing thing to, unlock one of the limiting factors on muscle mass gain. And I'm not for medicines. I'm just saying that, but it's just an incredible thing.
It is an absolute game changer. I mean, I think anybody who knows anything about metabolism or health knew that they had to solve the muscle loss puzzle. They appear with this, and we need to be careful. This is just one trial, so all the caveats go. It's got to be repeated, but more importantly, Grant, I think we need to see it repeated by independent labs and not sponsored by Eli Lilly.
Yeah, 100%.
When that comes out, it's like holy shit. If it comes out that it's similar to this, this is what probably the biggest game changer in medicine, or one of, in the last couple of decades for sure, because it's just obesity and all of the related issues, the diabetes and the related issues on heart disease, on Alzheimer's, dementia, we're already seeing some of those benefits from just the GLP-1s. But if they can preserve muscle mass as well, and not, only lose 2.7% with 22% body fat, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but then what's going to be happening? I mean, okay, Martha and Frank down at the old folks' home are going to be jacked, but that's great, and they're not going to have metabolic disease, and they're going to be cognitively better off. The whole box and dice, that's great. But are people still going to be mainlining Doritos and tequila shots in, or what's?
This is part of the issue, right? And this is the issue that I have with the GLP-1s. What other benefits do you get from changing your diet and exercising well and fixing your metabolism through physiological processes, right? The benefits on mental health are huge. The benefits on self-control, right? That's a part of the frontal lobes that we know actually grows in volume with exercise. So I now have better self-control to regulate other behaviors in my life. That won't happen. You won't get that benefit. You won't get the mental health benefit. But to your point, Grant, if you're continuing to eat shit, your mental health is going to decline.